shows itself in tears a lot, but I get all of it. I get the chills and the head and all of it. But let me tell you a story. About 4 or 5 years ago, I was in Disney with my family. We went to Animal Kingdom and we went on the Pandora ride. You guys, everybody been there? So even if you haven't been on the Pandora ride, if you've been to Disney, you understand that when you're waiting online to go onto these rides, they always try to make it interesting for you. And so like you go through the maze and then you go through another thing and they have interactive things so you can better enjoy the 2 hours that you're waiting to get on the ride that you're going on. So about 4 or 5 years ago, we go to Animal Kingdom, we go on Pandora, and it was amazing. But I lost it. I got off the ride and I was sobbing. There was something about the beauty of this ride that just touched me in such a way. I felt it in my whole body. I felt it in my tingles. I joke about my heart hole. I felt it in my heart hole. I felt it everywhere. And I sobbed. So everybody's getting off the ride and they're like talking about it and they're loving it. And I couldn't even talk about it for like 10 minutes. So of course my family made fun of me because this is typical for me, again, with my clairsentience. So fast forward a couple years, now we're going about a year ago, we go back to Animal Kingdom and I insist that we go on this ride because I had such a magical experience. So I forced my family to wait 3 hours on the ride. So we did, it was really just short of 3 hours. And we do the whole maze thing and then we do the interactive thing. And as we're getting closer, I can feel with my body the collective energy of the anticipation of the people. And I can start to feel it. I feel it in tingles. I feel the pressure. I feel the pressure in my head. We get a little bit closer. The heart hole starts to open up. I can feel the love and the beauty and just the grandness of this whole Avatar experience. Then they put you in that final room where they're telling you like, okay, you're going to get on this thing and you're going to be riding the thing and they're treating you like you're on a mission. It starts to come up and I start to cry. And now my family, nobody's surprised, like, oh, here she goes. So I get past that. Then we go in the room and they put us each on the motorcycle thing. And if you're not familiar, it's a virtual ride. So you're supposed to be riding like this creature, but they put you on a motorcycle thing, they strap you on, they put the virtual reality thing on you. So they did that and I get on. And as soon as they strapped me in, I couldn't breathe. And I start to just become overwhelmed. And I'm like, and just as they're about to start the ride, I'm like, stop the ride. You got to let me off. You got to let me off. And I start freaking out. My kids, they're teenagers. They're like, Jesus Christ. So they let me off the ride and they went without me and they put me in this little room. 3 hours I waited. And they put me in this room with these like 2 attendants while my family enjoyed the ride, where I sat and I sobbed for the entirety of the ride because I was so overwhelmed by the beauty. Then of course, and I could hear them in the distance on the ride and I'm crying and the poor girls are trying to because they think I'm scared because they don't know what I'm going through and they're like trying to talk me off a ledge. My family comes out, they don't even want to know me, and then we go through the park. But what happened was, because I was now tapped in and my clairsentience had opened up, now we're walking through the park and I can feel everything. At one point we were walking by like a band and people were in the street and they were listening to the band and I could feel their collective joy. And of course I lost it again. And I was just so enamored with the whole experience. That is what clairsentience looks like for me. But conversely, just as I feel the love and the beauty and I cry, oh my God, I can't go to a parade. I can't go to my kids' chorus performance. I can't go anywhere that there's anything that's remotely touching because I feel it all over and I totally fall apart. But conversely, when something is scary or there's an energy is dense or dark, I feel that